So in a shameless rip-off, I will do a what's in my bag for 2020. Granted, I believe in 2021 I will be getting a brand new bag. This one just doesn't quite cut it anymore. So to begin with, I have a blue Yeti microphone. So this is what I use for voiceovers during various reviews if I'm not using my internal camera microphone. This one's just USB powered, does the job pretty darn well, no real issues with it. So, the Yeti microphone. Then headphones. These I find useful doing virtually anything. So, mowing the lawn, doing some yard work, going for a walk, vacuuming around the house. Noise cancelling on them is pretty darn good. Where are we? We are the Sony WH-1000 MX3 or M3s. There is the M4s, but I haven't really had any real need to upgrade to them. So, a pretty pricey pair of headphones, yet they're pretty darn good. So, nearly the best in class for those. External storage wise, I don't have too much. I've got an Orico 2.5 inch enclosure with a 240 gig Kingston, I believe it's, where are we? I forgot the actual model number. A400 SSD. Pretty darn cheap. Useful just to dump Steam games on there, footage, whatever I need. Then mices. Been using the MX Anywhere 2S. This one is charged, or it's connected via Bluetooth. Reasonably small. I've never been really a fan of small mouses, but this particular one, just like the size of it, the button layout, the sensitivity of the camera, and also just it running on Bluetooth, so it means whenever I fire up my laptop and turn this on, I'm instantly connected. Another weird feature it does have is infinite scroll, where you can click it in once. You may possibly be able to hear that noise. And there we go, we're just spinning, free scrolling. So one weird feature, I don't really use it too much other than trolling in video games and switching weapons, where the mouse scroll changes it, flick it in, spin it, and away I go. Next up is what laptop I've currently been using, which at this current point in time, it is still the Asus VivoBook, which, after having a string of gaming laptops, I'm pretty darn impressed with what this machine has to offer. So, running a Ryzen 7 4700U, currently it's got 20 gig of RAM, 4 gig soldered, and a 16 gig stick, upgraded to a Kingston A2000 1TB NVMe SSD, and it's been perfectly fine for what I need. Gaming wise, I haven't been able to do too much on it, which, gaming wise, funnily enough, I've been using a new 3DS XL. Been using that to play Binding of Isaac, so that's one game that I've definitely liked in the indie world, and that's the sole purpose, basically, of this device, is to play that. And it's been doing it pretty darn well. I actually enjoy it more than the original playing it on here, purely because of the dual displays, so you can have a nice clean screen at the top while playing. And then when I do decide to play anything on the VivoBook, I'm just pairing it up to a DualShock 4. I am tempted to get a DualShock 5 just to see what they're like, but being I'm just using Steam and Steam Big Picture mode, it can automatically pick up the DualShock 4. And yeah, at the moment I've been playing Fallout New Vegas. It came out in 2010. The graphics on it I find suitable. I'm playing it for the story, I'm playing it for the characters, and it absolutely kills playing on the VivoBook compared to what I remember playing it on the PlayStation, which was quite terrible. Very short view distance and loading times were atrocious. On this, everything's playing virtually maxed out. I'm seeing stuff I've never seen before in great distances, so it's a good game. And then finally, what phone have I been using? So at the minute, I've been using the new Poco X3 NFC, which this one I did purchase second-hand with a cracked camera lens, as you can see there. But I switched over from this from the Mi Mix 3 5G, and I believe it was a good swap. Even though it's not an OLED display, I've been finding I've been enjoying 120 Hz a hell of a lot more than I did the 60 Hz OLED. Even just simply scrolling Facebook, been massively happy with that. And the overall running speed of the machine, or the phone, hasn't really been a huge difference compared to the Mix 3 5G. Granted, if I'm playing video games or emulators, there is a big difference, but just everyday stuff, jumping on eBay, replying to an email, sending friends and family photos, it does everything just perfectly fine. So definitely recommend it. And now I'll switch over and show you what gear that I'm currently using. So as I already mentioned, VivoBook, crappy Belkin bag, DualShock 4, new 3DS XL, 240 gig SSD, the 2S Bluetooth mouse, XM3 headphones, the Yeti USB microphone, and lastly, my Sony A5100, which I think I've had this for around about a year now. Purchased secondhand off eBay, and it's been doing a pretty darn good job. There goes my cat. And overall, I can't really complain. It does overheat during long, lengthy videos, so if I'm filming for about 15-20 minutes plus and there's a lot of motion, it does tend to overheat in time. And I am using this little eBay stand that does a perfectly good job of capturing stuff when I can't mount it to the desk. But overall, this has been a pretty worthwhile purchase. I'm not sure what I will upgrade to in the future, but for now, I'll probably stick with this and keep producing some videos for you. So, this is what's in my bag for 2020. Next year, new bag.